All right, guys, we have put in some work on this one. I knew that the hippos would be, I knew it would be like an interesting type of build. I didn't think that the entrance was going to take me this long. That's why I was saying, if you saw in the community tab, I think what we'll do is, by the time you're watching this, I'm probably already at work. But I think when I get home, I usually get home like at 5:30ish East Coast time, U.S. And I think we'll jump in then and start kind of actually working on the main enclosure part. Because what you're seeing right here and what you saw in the cinematics and what we'll do, what I'll show you in the real time, that is just the entrance. That's all I really got done today. Between kind of like picking up Sunday for me is kind of like, for Casey and I, we just kind of double team the house here. It's like laundry, trash, get everything set up, get everything ready for the new week. Sunday is like you want it to be like just the chill out and get ready for work day, but normally it's like the day we get most of the housework done. It's like we put it all off until Sunday, and then we got to rush and try to get everything ready for Monday morning. But I just I couldn't really just stop with the ideas here. Whether it be the kind of like the elevated pathway to actually get up to this, the staircase, the foliage, the deciding, should I go with a waterfall here? Should I not? I think since I haven't absolutely pillaged the waterfall idea in this park, like you guys know how I normally do in Planet Coaster, like I've got waterfalls in the bathroom if I can help it. I've kind of tried to stay a little restrained with regard to waterfalls here, but also you'll notice coming back from this, like there's our hippo statue, and you see we'll build the facade to the entrance here in just a minute, but pulling back from that, I've got this really large plaza that I'll show you in the real time, and I figured that we could use it for like events, weddings, special speaking engagements, corporate events, like if they're going to do like a big, we could set them up like big picnics out here and stuff, like if they've rented the pavilion or something like that, or they've got special hours going on for their particular business, or like we said, maybe somebody wants to set up a wedding here on the pavilion, like with the waterfall as the backdrop. And weddings at zoos are a big thing. Like I reckon Zoo Knoxville's venue stays pretty booked up. Birthday parties, we could do all of that here, and I figured that is what could be a big purpose of this massive plaza you see right here before you. I think also too, like when nothing's going on, like during regular operating hours, I think that you see I built a little stage there, kind of like Kilimanjaro or the Animal Kingdom's little stage, like a little Harambe Village area where they bring in people to do, just little musicals, little songs throughout the day and stuff. I think that would be perfect for this little plaza, just because it's such a high concentration area. You have Bistro off to the left. You've got the Hippo Enclosure right up here. You've got a big seating area underneath this big tree here to the right. You have the lowland gorillas off to the right. There is a lot happening right here, and I think it would be a perfect spot to just to kind of have some form of entertainment going as far as the drums and the musicals and stuff like that go. So I think that worked out pretty well. And then of course too, I think the waterfall worked out pretty good. I'm not sure if I did it here, but when I backed out of this, I recorded like an hour's worth of time lapse, condensed it down pretty good to like 7-8 minutes here. Well, just short of 9 minutes. The waterfall, I kind of beefed it up a little bit, worked on the path work, did a lot of lighting work. Didn't do any of that lighting work in the time lapse here. That was all done afterward. Because it was just so insanely dark over here on this side of the park. And that kind of led me into doing like the lighting package for the whole entire park that's developed right now. So, but yeah, right now we are totally hippo focused. Like I said, I think this is, this is definitely going to be torture at work tomorrow, because I'm going to be thinking of all the different angles that we're going to want to do for the hippos, like the underwater viewing area. area. Still want to do like the natural type barrier where we can watch them from the path. I don't know what we'll all do. May do like I was thinking about doing like, back here behind us we've got the Galapagos giant tortoise little offshoot that goes out into their enclosure. I was thinking that might be kind of fun to do a rocky kind of offshoot out into the Hippo Lagoon, to where you can look down on them. If I can make that look halfway believably safe, which, I don't think I'm sure it really would be, but we'll take some liberties here with this just being a video game. But, like I said, I think this is going to have to be broken up into two parts, because I'm kind of running out of weekend on you here. But I think tomorrow will be a good day. I don't think I have anything going on in the afternoon after work. So come home, grab something to eat real quick, then jump on here and get a little building done, get some recording done, and hopefully, don't hold me to it, but we can get 2 episodes out in one day, and I can come back tomorrow, this evening for you when you're watching this, and get a second video out and kind of finish up our Hippo Enclosure and kind of all what that entails. But anyways, let's jump into the real-time version real quick, and we'll kind of just meander around this whole little pavilion paddock here, and just kind of chat it up with you guys before I go ahead and let you go. And just kind of see what you guys think. Just dropping back in to get some feedback. So hold on one second. We'll jump into the Hippo entrance. All right, guys, now here is kind of what we look like at night. Like I said, you could have your little really, really cool. We've got the little stage right down here for the shows, and that will eventually be the entrance way to the hippopotamus exhibit. And then we've got the little another little seating area over underneath that tree. Kind of just like over here. I want to kind of dot out these little areas all over the place, kind of like you see in real zoos. Little spots to just stop off and take a rest when the sun's beating you down. I did the lighting package like I did the normal one, kind of around the facade of the nocturnal house, but inside, like at the beginning, at the entrance, I did a lot of purples and a lot of dark blues. I think just to kind of keep that mysterious kind of, that mysterious kind of look up, that nighttime type of look. The lighting, as far as the paths and stuff go, they worked out really well, and it doesn't interfere with the habitats too much. So, you wouldn't really be in here looking at the animals too much, at least at this level. If you're in here at night, you would mainly more so be in here for like zoo put on events and stuff. Like, Zoo Knoxville, they open the park up at night during October. They call it a Boo at the Zoo. And, they let the kids come in Halloween costumes, and they give out candy, and, it's not necessarily animal focused. So you can see, as far as we go, our exhibits are still pretty much dark, as to not really affect the animals too much. So when it's nighttime and they want to go to sleep, if they're not a nocturnal type, mischievous animal, they shouldn't be affected too much by us out here, kind of messing around at night. But this kind of just gives you a better look at this massive plaza I did. The reason that come about on this is I just had so many open spots, like right here. Like this will eventually be covered up, but there are a lot of little open spots kind of hid under there that I just couldn't make the path work. I just couldn't quite make it work out right. So I thought, well, let's just make this like a big events pavilion. And like I said, with weddings and stuff, they like the band, like all of this stuff would be moved, and the guests could set all out here, and they would have this kind of all this area kind of private, and the waterfall and stuff, and the hippopotamus statue would kind of be over here as like as the background, or like important events and stuff. The podium would be up here and the people would speak. I figure we could do like, if we're going to announce a new enclosure opening or some kind of big new exhibit, they would announce it here at this pavilion, or over here as well. I think they could do it in front of the front of the nocturnal house as well. They would just have to move these tables and stuff out of the way. But I think more so this seems more fitting over here. As far as having more space for, you'd figure they'd have the chairs and stuff lined up out here. The media would be back here on bigger platforms filming, or the news crews and stuff like that. But anyways, I know why you're here is to talk about the Hippo Enclosure, and that is something, like I said, we will hopefully get to tomorrow-ish. I'm planning on it. And this is, like I said, I've got the set of stairs here. Also did the ADA compliance, just in case you have elderly people. ADA, we wanted to make sure that everybody can enjoy this zoo, so they can come up from this side. And you can see I've actually kind of got the ramp a little messed up right here. It kind of raised a little too high, and now it's kind of too late to fix that, because everything kind of just, if you know paths in this game, if you get something that even remotely looks okay, you kind of got to roll with it. So anyways, we've got this slight grade over here, and then I thought that was really cool to kind of add the little bit of just a little bit of detail in the steps right there. Another thing, I thought this really cool. I thought this tree was cool, kind of how it's kind of clinging to the edge, and see how the roots are kind of branched out over off to the side. I just kind of loved how that looked, and really just kind of brought a presence to the area here and to the entrance. We've got the hippopotamus statue. Love those bronze statues. And then we've got like a, not a massive waterfall, but just something to kind of just give a little pop to the area. I don't know if the hippos will ever come up in here. Technically, I guess I'll make it to where technically they'll be able to. But we'll just, I don't know if they'd mess up in here too much. This water over here is a tad deep, but who knows? But the main part that we're going to work on, and we're going to give them more water than this. I just kind of did this as kind of just starting the enclosure out as a little placeholder. But, with Planet Zoo, the hippos, they need a massive amount of land. And I think that's why, I kind of contradicted myself with the lowland gorillas. Remember I said that the entrances are kind of, they're just kind of subtle over here. Like you see the big statue, and then that's just kind of it. Well, over here with the hippo, like I said, there's such an iconic zoo animal. I just kind of wanted to do something a little more. And then also, too, tying in with the larger pavilion idea, I just think it come out killer, especially with like the aluminum plating that I was able to do kind of on the facade here, and the main little doors you can go into the indoor section. We'll have a veterinary center over here so you can go inside, maybe watch that type of stuff. I know the game kind of penalizes you for that, but in our simulation here, I think that would be a part of it, like being able to go in and watch the vets like actually take care of the hippos and stuff. Nothing's really changed with our main little entrance area besides the lighting. Let me show you the lighting package here right now is looking really killer. Really happy with how this is coming out. And just look how, like, I've went through and really brightened up these facades. The cat facade, everything through here has kind of been reworked as far as the lighting goes. And if we zoom around here and we actually come in, see how everything's just a little more brighter now. That's kind of, you make your way over here to the lagoon. I went ahead and did this down here, got this all bright. Lit up the fountain a little more, lit up the Jeep here, the photo Jeep. Of course, like we said at the beginning of the video, got the nocturnal house lit. I did a little bit of lighting around the back and kind of around the pond, but the pond kind of lends itself really cool to being kind of mysterious and dark. So I kind of left it as unlit as possible as well. Kind of lit the little viewing area of the rhinos over here, but left that as dark as possible. And then I really think this just come out killer with that enormously cool like golden glow that comes off of the hippo exhibit over there. Still got to like the pathway out here in front of the up front of the gorillas, but we still have some work to push out this way. And of course, when we start the big hippo enclosure, the actual enclosure area, that is going to take up quite a bit of space out through here. So I don't know. We've still got some work to do. We've got a lot of planning to do. This is gonna take a while. We have, I know you guys are gonna say, no, man, don't rush it. Just, put it out when you're ready. And I thought that, that's kind of good advice to take. But I know you guys look forward to these videos at least once a day, at least every other day. So I'm really kind of looking forward to coming home and getting the videos out, because that's kind of the funnest part as well. Once the videos are out and your all's feedback starts rolling in, just to see what you guys think about this, the next part is really, really interesting. So anyways, guys, yeah, I'll go ahead and jump on out of here. Let me know your thoughts down below on the whole new plaza area and the hippo area. And yeah, hopefully I'll catch you again later on, late this evening. If not, we'll just go ahead and put it out Tuesday morning, and you guys can catch up with it then. But yeah, guys, thanks for stopping back by, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.